So you guys know at this point, after the whole Destins thing, getting cured and such, it's getting to around 5 o'clock or so. You can get there early, but you have VIP tickets, so you can kind of sneak in at the time. I'd probably say you have time for one more location, and then it's time for the first fights. A couple things you will know just by being around. You will know that if you want to place bets on the fights, you would go to the Bounty and the Barrel. That's the Sylvestic's Tavern. Other than that, her Royal Jewels is a jewelry shop. The Bark of Baron is the tree that's devoted to the god Baron. And there's a couple other areas that if you have any questions about, I can give you. You guys have there's almost like a brochure kind of thing that gives you details about each location. So if there's any questions about the locations, let me know and I can give you a brief description.
Alice, you probably know more about this than I do. The tournament games, are we supposed to choose winners? Are we supposed to choose our favorite person or do we just observe? Are we rooting?
Yeah, I think, actually, I don't know.
You would know that you've been around, you've heard Summit games, they are pretty sheltered. You're the only one that would pretty much know how this would kind of work in some capacity, just because of the osmosis of all these people coming in. You would know that oftentimes it is a very regional pride thing, but there are favorites. People will have their favorite kind of contestants and such, but in general, it's you're rooting for whatever region you're from. So if you're from Sylvestics, you're looking for the Sylvestics fighters to win. But maybe from Sylvestics, you're man, that mage from Sylvestics, he's my guy. I hope he makes it the farthest. But as long as someone makes it that far, it's kind of similar to in international competitions where there might be multiple USA runners or something like that. But you might want to have Noah Lyles might be your favorite. They're still all the team. Yeah, you know what's up. So you're still rooting for whatever region you're from, but there might be this individual competitor yes, that's what I really want to win. Ditto.
That.
Perfect.
You said we have the brochures, right?
Yes.
If you're trying to root for somebody, it says we could place bets on them. In the brochure here.
Like gamble.
Yeah, gambling. It's fun sometimes, but you can lose all your money.
You gambled?
Yeah, to see how much wheat we could get one day. It was a farm.
No, I got
it. Happens. Sometimes we gamble.
How did it pan out?
I got the most.
Okay.
Well, you want to try your luck today?
Yeah, I have 11 gold. I have 10 gold and 5 silver. I can use 10 gold though.
Yeah. Maybe don't spend it all, but we could check it out.
Are you guys gonna place bets?
I'd place some bets. Yeah.
Have you placed one before?
Probably. Yeah. We've down at the circus. We've had a couple of just internal bets, but nothing like this. Seems pretty fun.
I don't know. I feel like my luck's kind of bad today, but what the heck?
Alrighty. So you make it over to the Bounty and the Barrel. And the Bounty and the Barrel, as you enter the establishment, is a very pirate-themed, almost saloon-esque, where it's very rambunctious, lots of gambling is going around on the tables and such. But right now, it is a bunch of bookies and a giant chalkboard of all the listed bets of all right, everyone, get your bets in, and only an hour before the games begin. If you don't get them in now, you cannot bet on the first round. Understood. Everyone, get your bets in. Do any of you approach a bookie?
I'm following the group. If they approach a bookie, I am approaching a bookie.
Understood. You guys approach a bookie?
Yeah, and I want to know if I know anything about any Malika or Sylvestics.
Go ahead and roll me a... let's go with a history check.
No.
No?
Yeah, that's not looking good. 7.
7. You don't really know much. While you've heard about these games and such, and you have a couple of people in the circus that talk about it, you've never really listened in on it. Again, the only thing you know is that Lanog was the former winner. That's it. But yeah, so does anyone want to place any bets?
Yeah, I guess I'll do 5 gold on Stonexia.
Stonexia? Okay. 5 gold on Stonexia, 5 gold on Stonexia. Wonderful. Anyone else? Any other bets?
What is the return on these bets?
Yes, you see on the board, it is if your contestant makes top 8. So how it works is that there's two fighters from each region will make it to the next round, and then there's 2 wild cards. Basically, the next 2 performing fighters from any of the region. So if it's 2 from Malachi, If those two are the top fighters, then those are the ones that make it in. It could be one from Sylvesix, one from Brecht, stuff like that. So it's only going to be 8 people in that next round. So if they make top 8, you get 3 times your bet. If they make top 4, you get 5 times your bet. If they make the championship, 10 times your bet. And if they are the winner, 24 times the bet, because it's how many contestants are in the competition.
I'll put 5 down on Lionel.
5 down on Lionel, understood. All right.
Drayden, you said 5 down on Lionel?
On Lionel, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know anything about Brecht. Do you know anything about any of the other? Or why are you choosing Lionel?
Make a history roll for me, please.
Nine.
9. You know what you know about Lionel.
He sounds strong because his name sounds like a lion. So I figured he might do well.
All right. I'd like to place a. I'm gonna place 2 bets.
Okay, that is allowed.
I'm gonna place 5 gold pieces on Flemestra.
Flemestra, sure.
And 5 gold pieces on Hotshot, the Goblin Gunslinger.
Hotshot, the Goblin Gunslinger, understood. The bets are placed. And you there, would you like to place a bet as well? Any bet?
Yes, our members of the anybody can place a bet.
Anybody can place a bet on anybody. Any of those 24 fighters.
And he's like contemplating whether or not he's looking around to see if he sees any other followers. There's no one else in here wearing.
No one dressed in Destinus garbs. There are Brechtians here. It's not illegal in Brecht to gamble. That's gambling across Meira is totally fine.
Mm-hmm.
Or Meira is totally fine. But
this is more of a monastery thing that I'm not allowed to. They have rules in the monastery.
Correct.
But
you don't see anyone from Destinus.
I nudge Alice. Can you help me place a bet?
Yeah. What?
There's a cleric that I wanted to place a bet on.
In what region?
Sylvesix, that one right there.
Zenith?
Yes,
Zenith?
that one.
Yeah.
And I can just place a bet, and it's.
Just swap. You
Is it gonna come back to me?
If you win, yeah, you can get a lot of gold.
All right, if everyone else is doing it, I'll do it. I'll
Yeah,
do
it's okay.
5 gold on the elf cleric.
GPA on Zenith. Okay.
And then does anything from Brecht jump out at me at all?
I'm gonna say, considering you're so sheltered, probably not. You've probably heard these names in some passing, but considering you're from a monastery, you never really went into a city. So they're fighters, like they're not very well-known fighters. None of them represent Destinus. None of them are Destinus like legends or anything like that. They might follow Destinus, but they're not fighting in the name of Destinus. So you've never really encountered them.
Hey, Drayden.
Mm-hmm.
How did you pick from where we're from?
I chose Lionel.
Is he the strongest one?
He's probably pretty strong.
Are we allowed to bet for the same person? Does that mean we'd both win? We would share?
I think we both win because a lot of people are going to be putting their money in the pot. So if they don't get anything back, then we would still be able to share the winnings because we won.
Are you okay with that? I don't know who.
I think we
I've
both
never
get the same
placed a.
amount.
The bookie comes
That'll
up.
be fine.
Have you never betted before?
I've not.
Okay, if you two place 2 separate bets, you can both win. That's fine. It's not a competition thing. You can place the same bet and you both win. If you place the same bet and you both lose, you don't get your money back.
Okay, well, I'll choose who I'll have what he's having.
And who'd you choose?
I chose Lionel.
Lionel, how much money?
5 gold.
Give me 5 gold pieces now.
I could. Okay.
Perfect. Stashes it away. He writes a little note, a little voucher. All of you receive vouchers for each of your bets. You have this voucher right now. You cash this in if Lionel wins. If it doesn't win, rip it up. It's worthless.
Perfect.
I feel a little shuffling in a little movement in one of my pouches, and I look in there and I say, "Oh my gosh, I forgot you were in there!" And I pull out a mini earth elemental, in the shape of a rock, and there's a little bit of like green paint on it, and it has 2 arms, 2 legs, and like little eyes. And I said, "Hey, little guy, how are you doing?"
All it does is it looks up to you and blinks twice, and then just plops in your palm.
And I go down and say, "Do you want to make a bet? I'll give you a gold piece. You can make a bet."
It's just looking at you. It has no comprehension of what you're saying.
Well, I'm gonna throw one in there for for this little guy anyway.
Okay.
We're gonna go for the Minotaur Barbarian.
Alrighty. So
One
you
more
have,
gold
you have
piece.
a 1 gold piece on the Minotaur Barbarian. Understood. 1 GP on, and that's gonna be
Able.
Thank you.
Able.
Perfect. Alrighty. Alright, everybody! Alright! At this point, you guys have been waiting in line and such. It's like, the games are about to get... Now get out, because I've got to go watch the games. Get out, get out, get out! And so at this point, it's about 6 o'clock. It's about to be games time. Do you guys head over?
Are we ready, friends? We've got these box seats. We've got forge pups, I'm sure, waiting for us.
Forge Pops!
Mm-hmm. And probably wine.
I'm ready for a show and some wine.
Yeah, me
Sounds
too.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. You guys know that how the schedule works is that the first night and then the first day is split up basically into halves. So the first night's going to be the Malika region. Second morning is going to be Brecht, and then the second night is going to be Sylvesix. And then the winners of all those will be taken into place. And then the top 8 and top 4 rounds will be the next day, and then the final day is just going to be the championship. So tonight is going to be all about the Malika fights. You enter into the stadium. So your box seats are actually kind of in a neutral zone section for the VIPs and such. It's a place for a lot of diplomats and such kind of intermingle. It's not as divided by region, but as opposed to the opening ceremony, this stadium, it is a straight divide of who is wearing what colors representing the region. In the Sylvesix region, it is crimson red everywhere. It is a sea of red, a crimson tide, if you will. In the Brechtian region, you see a sea of what's almost like a beige or a yellow and such. And then in Malika, it is a lot of green, a lot of wood and such, so dark blues and such. It is a beautiful kind of sea foam looking stadium. And even though tonight is just the Malika region, it being the first night, everyone's super excited. You all take your seats. These are nice seats. And when I mean front row, you are section A, row 1. You are literally, you could jump over and like be in the stadium. You would be right there. It is pristine seats. And as you sit down, you get ready. You go get some forge dogs, of course. I'm not going to say you cost anything. That's fine. At this point, it's opening night. They're giving away
the box seats.
They specifically don't come with the box seats. But, you know, some diplomats around you are like, a diplomat around you, in fact, goes, forge dogs for everyone. Forge pups, sorry, whatever. I got there eventually. Forge pups for everyone. Everyone's like, whoa! And you guys are sitting down. You're watching the first fight. The first fight is going to be between, let's see. The first fight is between Stonexia and Elish, actually. So already some money on the line. You're getting a little invested in this. And then behind you, Alis. Make a perception check, please.
20. Not.
Dirty 20?
Yeah.
Ooh, second. This could be something.
That's a forge pup.
Okay. You feel someone slip something into your back pocket. And as you pull it out, you turn around and you look at who this is. They're hidden behind a mask. They are cloaked in black. And this person says, "Meet me in the ballroom tomorrow at dusk. I will be in the evergreen mask." You recognize this voice. In the deep recesses of your mind, this is someone from your past you know. Someone who is very important to you. It was the wizard's apprentice, Dalen. You open this envelope. Already, Dalen's gone. He has basically vanished. You can tell that he has dimension doored out. You know his capabilities. He's gone.
I couldn't even say. I was just
No. You read this. 1 second. You and your party are invited. Please join us at the Merchant's Manor tomorrow evening for the Masquerade Moon Ball. Make sure to wear your finest attire. Food and drink will be fully provided by our gracious donors. No entry is permitted if you are not wearing a mask. Lady Meira Hawthorne. You recognize Lady Meira Hawthorne to be the daughter of the Grand Baron of all of Sylvessex. Do you share it with your team?
I'm just sitting there like staring at this letter, like not even really reading the letter. I'm just like looking and like thinking about like what had just happened. I tried to look around again and see if I can see him again, and
nowhere in sight. You three, while you're eating your forge pups, you notice Alis is really shook. Well, the fight's begun. Nothing crazy's happened yet. You look over at Alis and you're like, that's weird.
Alis, are you all right? Are you just nervous for your champion?
Yeah, I'm. Yeah, it's an exciting match here, and just realizing that there's a lot of gold on the line. We were invited to a ball, and I hand it over.
We were.
You read the same message. You see, for you three though, Lady Meira Hawthorne means nothing. You're like, just some fancy lady. Cool.
Do we have to get our own masks? I'm assuming we'll have to.
I guess we'll have to find some.
And fine attire. Guys.
But they have food and drink.
I've been wearing these robes since I was 10 years old.
I could use a little bit of a dusting off as well.
Yeah.
Do you think this will work? I have a piece of fabric that I took off my jacket, wrapped it around my head, and I cut 2 holes in it for my eyes.
Oh boy.
Lenog sees you do that and immediately finds like a little bit of fabric on the floor and does the same thing. He says, I could be just with you.
We have masks. Look at us.
We're masked up.
He looks like a ninja turtle.
I guess that'll work.
I'm gonna call you Michelangelo from now on with that on.
Can I call you Donatello?
Yeah.
Donatello?
I'll be Trey Donatello.
The fight goes on and you have been invited to the Moon Masquerade Ball. And that's where we're going to end tonight's session.
Plot thickens.
Dun 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 dun.
So who won the first fight? Oh, we don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know yet. That'll be resolved. Don't worry.